Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's Tuesday, March 28th, 2017. CNN's top story: there's a Russian storm over Trump's presidency. We're going to talk about why this is the news today. If you're new to my channel, I've been exposing for more than 3 years how mainstream media is contrived every single day by the numbers, and to understand what that means, let's begin here with this headline. There's a Russian storm over Trump's presidency, and the language of Gematria, the ancient practice of coding numbers into words, sums to 187. And as I've been documenting for going on 2 years, 187 is a special number to the Donald Trump campaign. Notice, Donald Trump's GOP convention began July 18th in Cleveland, Ohio. July 18th can be written 18/7, a lot like 187. From that day to Inauguration Day, when Donald Trump became president, was 187 days. Now, in the language of Gematria, Washington, D.C., where the president resides, sums to 187. So does the name George Washington, which Washington, D.C. is named after. No coincidence. The night of the election, Donald Trump was in Rockefeller Plaza. The Rockefellers, a lot of influence over America, the presidency. We just saw the passing of David Rockefeller. Check out my work on that, connected to Trump's presidency. The Society of Jesus is the official name of the Jesuit order. Donald Trump is a Jesuit. Society of Jesus equals 187. We saw the Jesuit Pope meet with Barack Obama by very special numbers at the end of 2015 in September. The Pope had a lot to do with Jeb Bush dropping out of the race, John Boehner resigning, Matt Ryan. That's not his name. His name's not Matt Ryan. What's the politician's name? I cannot think of his name from Wisconsin. The Catholic man, Ryan. I know Ryan's part of his name. Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan. The resignation of John Boehner led to Paul Ryan becoming the head of the House, also a Jesuit. John Boehner resigned because of his meeting with the Pope. Got videos if you want to go back and check it out. Also, where Trump had his convention, Ohio has the 187 gematria, like the word time, and the satanic gematria cipher, a cipher that has a lot to do with time. It's all too perfect. And again, the last Republican president was George W., like George Washington Bush, born on July 6th, the 187th day of the year. And with regards to George Washington and Trump, I want you to notice this. George Washington in Gematria sums to 88, just like Trump has the 88 connection. So anyhow, today, the day of this headline, there's a Russian storm over Trump's presidency. Today's March 28th, the 87th day of the year. We were just talking about 187. Well, chop off the one. Today's the 87th day of the year. The headline's about Russia. And as I've been explaining since day one, Donald Trump's administration will end either in scandal or a staged assassination, all planned by the numbers. And this Russia story has been looming. This could be the one that 187's Trump's presidential administration, if you know what I mean. So 87th day of the year, Russia looming over Trump. The article, if you read CNN's article, it talks about how the FBI has now suggested that perhaps, Russia's meddling was to help Trump win the election. Remember, the FBI is also who brought up the bogus scandal involving Hillary Clinton just before the election that they said tipped it for Trump. Understand it's all a puppet show. Your FBI, your federal government, it is a puppet show. From the president to the man who runs the FBI to the rest of it. With regards to them talking about Russia tipping the election possibly for Trump and Russia equaling 87, this being the 87th day of the year, let's not forget that the name Clinton equals 87 like the Democratic Party. Tomorrow, March 29th, will be the 88th day of the year. Trump 88. The Republican Party 88. How perfect is that? Trump and Clinton, their respective parties. So you learn the code of Gematria, you learn to see through a lot. Again, 47, also a very special number to the presidency. There's only two states with an ordinal gematria 47, Nevada and Ohio. The first Democratic debate in Nevada, the first Republican debate in Ohio. Ohio, Nevada, 47, like president, like authority, like White House, like government, like Trump, like agent, like Washington, D.C. and the Kabbalah-related ciphers, like the 47 degrees on the Freemason compass, which points at the pole star on their emblem, 47. The streets of Washington, D.C. point at the White House with the same 47-degree angle. The streets of D.C., just like the Masonic compass and square, 47 degrees on the compass, 90 degrees on the square. Put it together, 137 degrees. Washington, D.C., 137. Authority, 137. White House, 137. Government, 137. 137, the 33rd prime. The big G represents 33. Think about Washington, D.C., the federal government headquarters. Masonry, secrecy. Washington, D.C., named after the 33rd degree Freemason, George Washington. And just to go back, notice that George Washington, 74, just like Masonic. Notice also how Trump had that 47 connection. So these special numbers coded into the names of both men who are now both presidents. Today, Donald Trump, his son-in-law, who's married to Ivanka, Jared Kushner, had to testify about Russia. Notice Kushner has the 33 gematria as well as some other very special numbers. If you follow my channel, you know the significance of all four of these numbers. But 33 is the one, 33, number of Freemasonry, very special number. And these people, they all are willing to play their parts as puppets on the stage, creating the ongoing agenda that rules over us, that governs over us, that leads us down the path we're on. This is all Freemasonry. The Freemasons have Euclid's 47th problem about how to establish foundation. All comes back to time and the sun and the tropics, which are 47 degrees apart. The word time, ordinal gematria 47. Donald Trump's convention, perfectly marked with time, all part of the rigged ritual of him becoming the president. So there it is, Truth Seeker. There's a Russian storm over Trump's presidency, all part of the New World Order agenda. Russia, just like the United States of America, controlled by the same New World Order, which is the Masonic Zionist Jesuit Alliance, controlling international government, money, banking, news. We, the people, need to rise up and put an end to the tyranny, All of us, whether you realize it or not, all of our quality of life is diminished because of this gang, Until next time, Truth Seeker.